Everyone asks me, how do you become a professional wrestler? Well, in 2026, it's not about asking how to become a professional wrestler. It's about how to do it the right way. And if you're training like it's 2005, you're already behind. I'm Coach Josh Gerry, and I've worked in professional wrestling since 1999. Over 25 years of wrestling in the ring, performing behind the scenes, coaching and training the next generation, as well as all over the country and all over the world, guiding professionals on how to be more successful. And today, I'm going to take you step by step how to become a professional wrestler in 2026. Before we get started, though, let me tell you that there is more to professional wrestling than just what you see on television. There are independent professional wrestling organizations all around the world, and a lot of the folks that you see on television today got their starts at the independent level. Chances are you're not going to start at WWE, but if that's a goal for yours, then you've come to the right place. Step number 1, find a professional wrestling training school. I cannot emphasize this enough. This should be your first step in pursuing anything in the realm of professional wrestling. My ex-wife watched a lot of medical dramas, Grey's Anatomy, Chicago Med, all of those. Does not mean I'm going to let her perform brain surgery on me. And just because you've watched professional wrestling since you were 5 does not mean that you are qualified to be a professional wrestler. Professional wrestling is based on respect and safety. And if you are already ignoring those 2 rules before you ever get started, you're going to have an uphill battle. Finding a pro wrestling school is a lot easier than you think it is. It's a lot easier today than it was 20, 30 years ago. Go to Google and type in pro wrestling school, and then wherever you're at, the city, the state, the country, wherever, and I guarantee you, you are going to find some schools. Now, you're going to have to do some homework. You're going to have to dig through them. You're going to have to vet them. You're going to have to look for green flags, and you're going to have to look for red flags. But this is going to be your first step. Google doesn't work? Try Facebook. Try Instagram. Any pro wrestling school that is worth going to is advertising, and it's just a click away. Now, the green flags that you want to look for in a professional wrestling school is, who are the coaches? What have they done? Where have they been? Do they have a reputation in the industry? If you Google or search the coaches, do you find positive things, or do you find nothing but horror stories and negative things? They don't necessarily have to have been on television to be credible, because some of the best basketball coaches weren't necessarily NBA champions, but they need to know what they're doing and have a track record of success. Also, does the school have a structured curriculum? Do they teach more than moves? Do they teach in-ring? Do they teach psychology? Do they teach promos? Do they teach marketing, branding? All of that stuff needs to be looked at. Now, there are some red flags that you want to be aware of when you are looking at a professional wrestling training school. Do they guarantee a contract? Do they guarantee you'll be on TV in X amount of months? Those are huge red flags and should be avoided at all costs. Professional wrestling is an individual pursuit, meaning that you are in charge of your own success. Yes, you get help along the way, but nobody can tell you you'll be on TV in 6 months, or we'll have you a contract within 1 year, because there's so much uncertainty when it comes to professional wrestling. Those are huge red flags. 50, 60. Step number 2. Once you have found the professional wrestling school that you have decided that you are going to train at, you need to get your body ready. If you have not already gotten yourself ready, then you have an uphill battle. I always say nothing can prepare you for pro wrestling training like pro wrestling training. But if you've never done anything physical, you've never participated in a group sport, you're going to have a hard time. You need to get into the gym. Something, anything is better than nothing. Cardio is king. Cardio over being big and being strong. But you do need to be strong because you are going to be lifting other people. And their safety depends on you being able to lift them safely and effectively. You've never been inside a gym. You've never lifted a weight. Just start. Push-ups, squats, pull-ups. They're going to be hard. Start running. Start biking. Get on an elliptical. Those are things that are going to help you. Something is better than nothing. Then once you start training, you'll start to understand what works, what doesn't work, what is effective, and what is not, and you can start to learn more. You're going to need to look at your nutrition. Eating McDonald's 5 times a week is not going to cut it if you want to be a professional wrestler. Fitness and nutrition becomes a part of the lifestyle. You need to get used to it, and you need to enjoy it. It's not all fun and games, but it is a necessary part if you want to be successful in professional wrestling. I'm Coach Josh Gerry.
And I am former Ring of Honor star, the Beer City Bruiser.
And between us, almost 50 years of combined experience.
So why don't you start your journey today? Come on down to the AML Pro Wrestling Training Center.
Step number 3, a lot of people don't think about, but promos, personality, and character play a huge part in whether you are successful or not in professional wrestling. If you have chosen a good professional wrestling school, they will teach you those things, but go ahead and get used to them now. Find an improv class or an acting class in your area. Join, hop in, get used to performing in front of people. Are you going to be performing some of these characters that you're going to do at your local improv or community theater class? Probably not, but it will help you when you decide what your character is going to be. I see a lot of students that have a creator wrestler already designed on a 2K game, and that's what they want to present in front of an audience. And that's fine. You're learning. You are expressing yourself. You're being creative. But I can guarantee you what you have come up with will not work in front of a live professional wrestling audience. I'm not saying that all of your ideas will be bad, but please be prepared to have your character and your gimmick evolve as you move on. But coach, I don't have a character. I don't have a gimmick. It's really okay because a lot of folks just learn how to be a wrestler first and then the gimmick or the character comes second. If you don't have an idea right now, it is okay. You have time because it's probably going to be 6 months to a year before you ever have a match and have to have a character. And even then, it's not that you have to have one, but you need to start at least thinking about it. As a professional wrestler, social media is like your window to your brand. It is your mobile and constantly evolving business card. If you're not big on social media, you should be. A lot of professional wrestling gets a lot of the contacts, the content, the advertising, and the marketing through social media. So if you're not a big social media person, go ahead and start learning now so you're not having to learn once you've become a professional and now you've got more stuff to learn. While you're waiting for your first class to begin, go ahead and start to learn one of the social media channels. Look at professional wrestling companies. Look at other professional wrestlers. When you start pro wrestling training school, your fellow students are probably going to be your first connections, your coaches, your home promotion. Go ahead and start building that database of information now and getting good at it before you kind of have to. This last piece is more of like a good luck and a mentorship type piece of advice before you start your journey. Please be a professional from day one. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen more than you speak. There is a hierarchy in professional wrestling, and if you break some of these unwritten rules that you didn't even know were a thing, you could be blacklisted or relegated to that guy before you even know it. So please be professional, be respectful, be humble. It will take you further than talent alone ever will. But if you go ahead and you start those practices now, when you start having matches, when you start becoming an international star, your reputation will have preceded you. Your reputation walks into the door long before you do. Becoming a professional wrestler in 2026 or really any other time is a process, and you must trust the process. Rome was not built in a day, and neither are pro wrestlers. It's going to take time. You are going to get frustrated. I promise you. But if you do it the right way, you can have a long, successful career in front of you. If this video has helped you, please like and share, subscribe, comment below any of the issues that you've had in your own training experience or where you're thinking about training. I might know those folks. And I've also got a community over on School that I've got a link down in the description. Join us. Get some more content about how to become a professional wrestler or anything in professional wrestling. Referee, managers, crew, promoters, bookers. It's all in there, as well as a community of professionals trying to help everybody succeed. Again, my name is Coach Josh Gerry, and if you've missed any of my other videos, go ahead and click over there for any of the past ones. And I added a little link over there. You can go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. If you have found this informative, I appreciate you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you down the road in a professional wrestling ring.